So a couple of months ago, I was offered a job in London in the banking industry that paid over £55,000. And I said no. If you're someone like me who's just came out of college 2 years ago, then you might be wondering, why the hell did you do that? What is going on, everyone? Welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about why I gave up my London banking job and what I have decided to do instead. We'll be talking about everything from finances to quality of living and non-financial aspects. So do stick around if you are thinking of leaving for the UK or you are actually looking to work there. So let's first start with the first topic, which is going to be none other than finances. Well, how can we talk about jobs without talking about finances, right? So the first thing that you have to realize, and I realized, was that equal salaries aren't actually equal. The situation at the point in time was that I was offered two job offers. So those included one in London and one in Singapore, both of which were paying pretty much exactly the same amount. While the salaries were equal, taking foreign exchange into account, the pound simply isn't what it once was. Second of all, tax rates and who it was benefiting made a huge difference. First, let's talk about the bottom line, and that is even excluding the rent from the discussion. The fact that I was renting in London probably took another 30k off the overall amount that I would have needed in order for me to be actually better off there. But let's say, for example, you had £50,000 a year from both London and Singapore, in my case. And in Singapore, your tax rate is something like $200 a month. And a lot of us from Singapore like to complain about this thing called CPF, which is a defined contribution pension scheme of sorts. But this is still ultimately usable to your own benefit. Meanwhile, if you're in the UK and you are a skilled worker, unless you intend to stay there for more than 5 years, you're actually granted no public funds, but you still have to pay this thing called national insurance. You are actually paying for the current crop of retirees. So there's no guarantee that you will get the benefit from that. Now, we'll talk about this in greater detail in another video. This is a topic for another day. But basically what I figured was that given these two offers, all-inclusive, earning £50,000 gross in Singapore is basically like earning 80,000 gross in pounds. And that is not even including rent, which costed around £1,500 a month in London, with all things included. So that was the money factor. Now let's talk a bit about the non-money issues, because arguably I would say that this was an even bigger impact to my decision making. And the first one is the aspect of loneliness. Now, I hate to be political, but your experience abroad does depend a lot on who you are. Whether you are a girl or a guy, how old you are, etc., etc. Second of all, there is no permanence. Now, as a frequent traveler, I've always compared living in London to living in an airport departure lounge. Everyone is just there waiting for their connecting flight. People come and go, as always, and there's really no permanence as you would find in your typical hometown, where people tend to settle down. Personally, I solved this by joining a whole bunch of different meetups and did end up gathering a bunch of closer friends towards the end. However, I soon realized that most of my friendships were low maintenance, and once I realized there was no firm reason to stay in London each and every day and propping up their property market and social care, I took the next flight back. Now we need to talk a bit about the bad rap that Singapore or Asia gets for being boring. Now, definitely, just like the joke about Internet Explorer being the best browser to download other browsers with, London is the best city to explore other European cities from. So that could include your typical suspects like Spain, Italy, Portugal, but consider the cost of doing this on a monthly basis. A simple quick search of Skyscanner shows us that actually it is cheaper to fly back and forth from Asia to Europe on a monthly basis than to rent that apartment, pay your council tax, and all sorts of respective fees. Furthermore, we're not even talking about frequent flyer mile earnings, cash back from credit cards, and all of that good stuff if free flights are your thing. So that was the social aspect as well as the recreational aspect. We move on to overall quality of living. Food is available at a price if you live in international cities like London. However, it is so much cheaper where I've moved, right here in Singapore. You will be eating out more often simply because of that. That being said though, if you like clubbing or football, the UK is still the place for you. But for anyone else though, coming home wins hands down. If you want the best of both worlds and a travel experience, maybe consider a job that pays you in a stronger currency and allows you to work from abroad or work from anywhere. And that is a topic that I'll be talking about in my next video, where we talk about how I actually set this whole thing up, became financially independent, and work a career that allows me to do this. All in all, hopefully that gave you an idea of my reasons for moving back to Singapore. If you're considering moving from Singapore to the UK, if you're considering leaving the UK altogether, or if you are choosing between two job offers like I might have been doing. Hope you found this video informative and interesting. If you liked it, do leave a like down below and consider subscribing to this channel. With all that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.